This is the Nokia Lumia 800 screen replacement guide. You're going to need a plastic opening tool, a Torx 5 screwdriver, and an opening device like an iSesamo tool. First thing you need to do is switch off your phone. So just press the power button as normal and slide the power off, and then wait till that's switched off before you start going into the disassembly. The first thing you need to do is remove the SIM card. So just pop up the left hand cover which covers the micro USB slot, pull out the SIM card and put it to one side. So now you're going to need to take your Torx 5 screwdriver and undo the two T5 screws inside the top of the Nokia Lumia 800. The one on the left hand side, which I'm removing now, it won't come out of the slot until you take the screen off, so just keep that, undo that and keep that within the phone while you take the second Torx screw out. So again, with a T5 screwdriver, just undo it, and this one will actually come out, so you need to put that to one side and keep that safe, because obviously you'll need to secure the screen later on when we put the new one on. So the next thing you need to do is remove the screen. So take something like a flathead screwdriver like this one and insert it into the hole on the right hand side there, as you can see, and it's a good technique is to put the screwdriver in with your thumb on the front and just push the front of the screen off like so, and to unclip it on the top right hand corner. The next thing you need to do is unclip the screen properly. Now you'll see here, you'll see a white frame just on the inside of the screen there, so that's what you need to unclip from the main frame of the Nokia Lumia. So just make sure that's sticking out, so the screen will look as though it's coming away from it, but just gently push that out, and you need to be not too rough with this, because there are cables underneath which you need to be a little careful of. So just push it out with your flathead screwdriver, and then with something like an iSesamo tool, just slide it in between the main frame of the phone and the plastic frame of the screen, and just unclip it down the right hand side. You'll hear it clip apart, and then say just keep gently pushing that out, then move it around the top. You'll hear it unclip, and then once you've done the top, the opposite side will come out quite easily. So then you just, once you've done that, then you just quite easily gently slide it out from the bottom. Now don't pull it away too roughly, because underneath you'll see there's two cables attached, two ribbon cables. So just take your plastic opening tool and undo the proximity sensor cable. Now you're going to need to be gentle here, because obviously all these cables are quite delicate, but just unclip it from the motherboard, and then do the same with the screen cable ribbon. So just gently pick it up and put your plastic opening tool underneath it, and you'll just pop it out. Don't put it down too deeply, because you might remove the slot on the motherboard and damage that. So just pop it up and you'll see that comes away. So what we're going to need to do now is remove the proximity sensor, which is the black cable, the thin black cable. So with a little flathead screwdriver again, just insert it underneath the proximity sensor on the right hand corner there, you can see, and just slide it underneath gently. Be careful not to tear or rip the cable. It's just glued down to the frame. Take that off and gently slide out that screwdriver underneath, and then remove it and put it to one side. So what we need to do is put the proximity sensor back on to the new screen. So this is the new screen. So actually this is the old screen, so you see it actually work. Before I'm doing that, I'm just taking a plastic foam pad off the old screen. I'm gonna put it back onto the new one in a second. So that'll go just there, but we'll do that once we put on the proximity sensor back onto the new screen. So take the proximity sensor, put it into the top left hand corner. You'll see a black hole, and put the black sensor into there. Just push it down gently. You may need to stick the black ribbon cable to the right hand side of that where you just slot it into the screen. You may need to stick that down with a piece of double-sided adhesive or a little tiny piece of glue, and then just put the foam pad back into place so you can protect the screen and the proximity sensor when you put it back in to onto the frame. So now that's done, we're going to need to connect the new screen. So just firstly put the motherboard so you've got it, so you can quite simply put in the screen cable ribbon first. Just slot that back on. You'll see, just place it down onto the slot, place it down with your finger, and you'll hear it snap into place. And then get the proximity sensor, the one we've just put back onto the new screen, and put that back into place, and you'll hear that snap into place as well. So just make sure those are firmly down, because you don't want to have to put those, open it up again if they're not slotted down correctly. Now this one, you just need to slot the screen back into the bottom, the three clips back into the bottom end, and then very slowly reclip the new screen back into the frame. So just gently do it up the sides, you'll hear it clip into place, right up to the top. You may need to just press this a little bit. Be careful, because you don't want to break the new screen, of course, so don't put too much pressure on it, but just gently move it back into its slots and you'll hear it clip into place. And make sure it's nicely square around the edges and you've got it in there properly. So now we need to place the Torx screws. So firstly, do the one next to the micro USB. This one's a little fiddly, so just use this Torx screwdriver to put it back in. You'll need to fiddle around a bit and screw that back down into place. And once that's firmly in place, don't over tighten it because you'll strip the screw. Get the second screw and put this into the remaining screw hole on the top of the phone. Now this is a little fiddly. You'll see I'll drop the screw in a second, but again, this is where a good screwdriver, magnetic screwdriver, will help you put the screw in place. And again, just take your time. Okay, it's a little fiddly. Put this into place and then screw it down and make sure that's in firmly but not too tightly, because you don't want to damage the screen. So okay, make sure you get it right into the hole properly. Again, it can be fiddly, it's not as bad as as difficult as the other one, but that one should be in place now. And then once that's in place, what we're going to do now is just put the SIM card back into place, which you slot in and then slide over to the right hand side. Put that back in, push it over to the right, put down the cover for the micro USB, take off the protective screen film which comes with this particular replacement screen, and turn the screen on, and you'll see we'll now have a Nokia Lumia 800 with a brand new screen on, and that's now operating correctly. So that's quite a quick fix, and quite a nice little phone to repair. So thank you very much for watching. This has been Smartphone Fixer with a Nokia Lumia 800 screen replacement guide. Thanks for watching.